speaking of bouncing back, a great night for Liverpool in the FA Cup, the first team to make it through to the quarter-finals. They beat Wolves at 3-1, just a few days, of course, after that dramatic shock defeat to Wolves in the league at Molineux. Back page of The Guardian, Salah too slick for Wolves, with a picture of him celebrating his goal. He was on the score sheet, Jack, and it looked far more comfortable, didn't it, for Liverpool this time around?
It did, not only compared to midweek at Wolves and that incredible result and that incredible night for Wolves, but even if you go back to their game against West Ham at Anfield in the Premier League, they scored 5, but it never felt entirely comfortable. West Ham, I think, had a higher XG for what that's worth and created plenty of chances, scored 2. Liverpool relying on set pieces, and even though they racked up plenty of goals in that game, and that should have been a huge moment of relief to go on, it still felt a bit jittery and that they weren't quite comfortable or composed in that game. So to do this, it wasn't a stellar game of going out there and ripping them apart, but they were patient. They kept their heads the first half. They just probed at Wolves and couldn't quite get through. And then it took a fantastic goal from Andy Robertson to get them going, and they were able to kick on from there. And it's important for Salah as well. He's gone a long time without goals, and now he's got a couple in back-to-back games, both at Molineux and obviously this one contributing to a win. And especially in the FA Cup, you now look at the FA Cup and the Champions League as Liverpool's chances of enjoying a successful season. I think nobody would have foreseen what they've gone through in the league this year, but if they can secure a top 4 finish and a trophy, then it's a decent year for Arne Slot, especially given where they've been. And I thought it was a great night as well for Rio and Gamoa. We've seen flashes of him, that goal at Newcastle right at the start of the season, and there's been a lot of pressure on Arne Slot to give him a chance, but he's just 17, so I think Slot's probably doing the right thing in just holding him back. But we saw plenty of ambition and endeavour in what he wants to do, taking on players, the confidence to cut inside, go past one and have a shot, which in games like that where Wolves were sitting tight is exactly what you need, and it's another exciting night for him.
Yeah, and Mark, Jack alluded to it there, but after such a poor defence of their Premier League title, it feels even more important that they get to the latter stages of the FA Cup. A trophy they haven't won, by the way, since 2022. Do you see them going into the latter stages even further? I mean, can they even win it, this Liverpool team?
Well, they can win it. I mean, what, in the quarterfinals now? So a decent draw, takes them to the semi-finals. I think, you can never, ever write Liverpool off in any cup competition, no matter how they're playing. And, I still think they've got a good chance of the Champions League because they have it in the DNA, don't they? Liverpool do well in the Champions League, even when they're not doing well in the league. So I think 2005 was the obvious example of that. So they've still got a lot to play for Liverpool. They're nowhere near where they should be, but I think Isak will be back maybe early April. So the big players might be back end of the season where the trophies are handed out. I think they've got a great chance in the FA Cup if they get a decent draw. Listen, even if they get drawn away at Arsenal or Man City, you still got Liverpool to give them a game. So they've got a great chance of finishing the season with at least one trophy.
Yeah, still a load of big teams in this FA Cup draw, isn't there?
Liverpool exacted sweet revenge on Wolverhampton Wanderers with a commanding 3-1 victory at Molineux in the FA Cup 5th round, booking their place in the quarter-finals and lifting spirits after the painful Premier League defeat there just days earlier. The Reds turned the tables in a dominant second-half display, erasing memories of their recent humbling in the league. Curtis Jones opened the scoring in the 74th minute with a powerful low drive from the edge of the box after good work from substitutes. Mohamed Salah doubled the lead just moments later in the 53rd minute, slotting home clinically following a swift counter-attack initiated by Florian Wirtz. Andrew Robertson capped the comeback with a trademark left-footed strike in the 51st minute, rifling into the top corner from a tight angle to put Liverpool firmly in control. Hwang Hee-chan grabbed a late consolation for Wolves in the 92nd minute with a smart finish, but it was too little, too late against a resurgent Liverpool side. Arne Slot, whose position had come under intense scrutiny following the league loss, was delighted post-match, describing the performance as a perfect response to recent criticism. "We showed character, quality, and fight tonight," he said. "The players answered in the best way, on the pitch. This win means a lot for confidence and momentum." He praised Robertson's leadership, Salah's clinical edge, and Jones' growing influence, while noting tactical adjustments that neutralized Wolves' threats after a cautious first half. The result keeps Liverpool's season alive on 2 fronts, with FA Cup progress offering a realistic shot at silverware amid top 4 struggles in the Premier League. Fans celebrated the turnaround, hailing it as redemption and a statement of intent under Slot. The quarter-final draw now awaits, but for now, the focus is on this much-needed boost. Please like and subscribe.